Hello and welcome to Liberate Your Life podcast, a place where we share Ayurvedic wisdom, spiritual inquiry, and holistic practices for living your authentic self. Liberate Your Life podcast explores how to heal, nourish, and thrive, shared through a variety of methods, experiences, and openness. This podcast will inspire you to focus inward, uncover your true self, and live your highest potential. I'm your host, Melinda Fletcher, and I am here to serve your transformation. Liberation. Liberation is living your highest potential as awake consciousness without the limitations of our conditioning, stories, and imprints. My life is committed to true freedom. I've walked through incredibly difficult times where living in my body felt like a torture chamber. I prayed, I breathed, I trusted. I spent decades studying, practicing, and sharing holistic healing modalities to one day feel a joy and inner peace that was beyond imaginable. This is what I bring to this podcast: deep reverence for our human nature and full trust in our capacity to access our divine nature within. Together, let's drop in and explore the psyche, spirit, and ultimate freedom on Liberate Your Life podcast. Hello and welcome back to Liberate Your Life podcast. I'm your host, Melinda Fletcher. Today we have a very special episode for you. We will be exploring the concept of trusting the universe and its role in our soul's journey. The idea of trusting the universe can be both comforting and challenging for many people. What does it mean to trust the universe on our soul's journey? Welcome to episode 31 on Liberate Your Life podcast. Trusting the universe, the soul's journey. Okay, here we go. Let's dive right in. So trusting the universe is about surrendering to greater cosmic forces at play. It means having faith that everything is unfolding as it should, even when it doesn't align with our plans or expectations. Trusting the universe is about embracing the belief that there is a divine plan for each of us and that every experience we encounter serves a purpose in our soul's growth and evolution. I love really looking to Vedic teachings and Ayurvedic teachings about all souls get what we need to evolve. And that this beautiful higher cosmic divine guidance is just open for all these ways in which we meet life and explore life and live our lives. And there's so much beauty and cosmic threaded through our entire experience, and it's really guiding us, and it's way bigger than our minds can imagine and that we create, and there's always a bigger plan, and when things happen they can feel really challenging, and there are really challenging things, and we're not going to get through this life without suffering, but there's this bigger capacity to go through the dualities of life, the beautiful, the hard, the love, the fear, the anxiety, the calm, and really just know that it's all there to guide us into the places within our unconsciousness and into our shadow and into our growth and healing our karma and allowing our karma to burn off so that we can evolve and that we can grow. And the soul is here on its own divine mission. And these embodied humans, we have these minds that want to know, and we have expectations and we have plans, and they need to go a certain way. Otherwise, we're devastated. And then we move on with our lives and we look back and we're like, oh my God, that was actually just the perfect storm to bring me to this very moment. I personally have been going through a few of my own, and I'm just like, oh my God, these are so hard, and ow, and God, you have a wild sense of humor, and I love you, and I know that I manifested this, and that this is what I need, and that it's directing me in the perfect way to heal my karma and live my dharma. So there's a continuous practice of surrendering and softening and trusting the universe. And when we can know, but when does the knowing become that which we are? So we can know that as a concept is a beautiful thing, but when we really live it and we really feel it and we really go through all these different pieces of our human life and we look to the cosmos and we just bow down in deep reverence for what we know and do not know, but this higher guiding principle that serves us in the most beautiful ways. And we humans are the ones on a hurry, but the soul is not on the hurry. The soul is like, oh, you're doing marvelously. This is beautiful. You're unfolding like the beautiful lotus. And the human's like, why am I here and not there? So the soul doesn't have this timeline. The soul is like, you are participating beautifully. You always have been, you are, and you always will, because there's this higher guiding principle and all is as it should be. So the next question is, how do we actually cultivate trust in the universe? Trusting the universe is not something that happens overnight. It's a practice that requires openness, patience, and self-awareness. One way to cultivate trust is through developing a daily spiritual practice. This can include meditation, journaling, and even spending time in nature. These practices help us to connect with our inner wisdom and intuition and remind us that we are part of something greater than ourselves. Trusting the universe doesn't mean sitting back and waiting for things to magically happen. It's about aligning our actions with our intuition and the signs the universe presents to us. We still need to take inspired action towards our goals and dreams, but with an understanding that the universe will guide us in the right direction and provide opportunities that may not be immediately apparent to us. So these are such important insights to trusting the universe. Having a spiritual practice. Having a spiritual practice will serve you in every way possible. But there's a calming of the inner mind. There's a calming of the nervous system. There's a grounding in spaciousness. There's a spaciousness and there's a stillness that we connect into when we're doing our spiritual practice, whether that's our yoga practice, our meditation, our pranayama, hopefully all of those together. And when I come down the stairs from my practice, I always say to my husband, it really works. It does. It's incredible. And it doesn't cost anything. It just costs your time and your presence and your devotion. And to really sit in deep stillness and allow presence and awareness to just be there and to feel. And it's this direct experience of that cosmic guidance, of the spiritual guidance, of the universe that is everything. And we can clear out a lot of that like static friction, really rough, raw spaces of our humanness and really just honor them. But they get cleaned and cleared out. There's that purification process. And then we're left with this really calm, harmonious, tranquil space of deep, grounded awareness. And as I talk about it right now, I can just feel it just moving through me. And I wasn't always so in love with stillness in my spiritual practice. I kind of ran like hell from stillness because I was so afraid of what was in there and what I would find in myself in my hardest times. And then when I was forced to really sit and be still and really go inward, and that was the only avenue to move on with my life, I fell in love with that stillness, and now is just a dear, dear friend that I can just always sit with and be with. And So yeah, cultivating a spiritual practice. It really just brings you home into that to that God space, connected to Creator, Source, Spirit, the cosmos, connected to everything, and just we're like, okay, it's gonna be okay. This is really hard, and I trust you, and thank you for caring for me and knowing better than I know in this moment. But I trust and I surrender and I bow in reverence to my highest good. So, here we're talking about trust, and trust can be challenging, especially during those times of uncertainty and when we face obstacles. So, how can we maintain trust during these moments? And this is, I love this statement is during challenging times, it's essential to remind ourselves that the universe never gives us anything we can't handle. So the universe only gives us what we can handle. And I, at times, have been like, you think I am a freaking badass because I have gotten dished out some things where I'm like, really? Really, God? Really? And there's more, and there's more, and there's more. And I'm like, I know I'm an intense, fiery pitta woman, and I'm like, wow, you are coming at me with such a wildfire, and it just moves through you and it shreds you and it transforms you. And so, yes, the universe never gives you more than you can handle, and it's an opportunity for growth and expansion. And one powerful way to maintain trust is through gratitude. When we can focus on what we're grateful for and remain in the seat of gratitude, it shifts our perspective. Additionally, seeking supportive communities, like minded individuals, and practicing self care can provide the encouragement and strength needed to keep trusting. This trusting thing is such a process. And trusting the universe is an ongoing journey that requires us to continually surrender and let go of control. It's about embracing the unknown and having faith that everything is unfolding in divine timing. Trusting the universe allows a deeper sense of peace, intuition, and alignment with our soul's purpose. Remember, life's challenges are not meant to break us, they are meant to mold us into the best versions of ourselves. Thank you, dear listeners, for tuning in to today's episode. If you loved our conversation, be sure to subscribe to our podcast and share it with others on their own soul's journey. Remember, trust in the universe is a powerful tool in finding inner peace and alignment. Until next time, send love and light to all your experiences and keep trusting the universe. For more Ayurvedic and spiritual inspiration, you can follow me at Sattva Wellness Center on Instagram, or head to my website. I do both virtual and in-person sessions, and my website is sattvawellnesscenter.com. Sattva is spelled Sattva. I will connect with you next time. Thank you.